He doesn't even know that himself. Now, concerning the opposition leader in Tanzania, who they will do something to and pretend that just something happened to him. And this is the first time I'm saying this thing openly. Can it be changed? Yes, this can be changed. The Christians in Tanzania should pray for him. Because, here goes drama. Suluhu is working towards finishing churches in Tanzania. I said this thing 2023 when I was there with Prophet Angel. She is working hard to finish churches. And you'll see churches being fought a lot openly. Not one church or two churches. So it is in God's plan for Suluhu not to be in office. I didn't want to say it, but it had just come out. But the Christians there have to stand and be united behind the person who God has chosen. Without which, you'll see this death, and Christians will be persecuted in Tanzania in a very, very bad way. So can Tundu Lisu's death be avoided? Yes. Just like Raila's would have been avoided. And last year, that's what we did. Last year, Kenya would have had 3 state funerals. Uhuru Kenyatta, the former president, Raila Odinga, former prime minister, Francis Atwoli, Kotu. And where we are now is where I was for 1 month, fasting and praying for them. So that one could have been changed. Then, but I told them, things have to change for them to continue living, because God works, God is legal. You remember King Hezekiah, when he was told he will die, he went to God with reasons why he should live. So Tundu Lisu also, the people praying for him, they should have strong reasons. The Bible says, bring forth strong reasons to God. They should have strong reasons to fight for their country. And this thing will be escaped. Without which, it's a guarantee. You will hear of Tundu Lisu, you'll see an headline. Suddenly, he abruptly just dies. You'll see it openly. So it can be avoided through prayer. And let me explain this further so that Christians can understand. The kind of prayer you make for such a person is argumentative prayer. That is something else that will help our brother there. Not all prayers are the same. Argumentative prayer should have the right scriptures to offer God, pleading your cause why this person should not die.
Madam Chairman, Honorable Tundu Lisu, who, as you know, is in prison detention. And from him to you all, I read his message by his own handwriting from the prison detention, which I received this morning from himself. And because it is his own handwriting, please permit me not to skip any single one of this letter. Dear friends and colleagues of the Democracy Union of Africa and the International Democracy Union, fellow combatants in the great struggle for democracy on our continent and around the world, word has reached me that you have honored me with the Akufo-Addo African Democracy Award for the year 2025. Even though details are sketched, communication with the outside world is virtually impossible due to censorship and round-the-clock prison guards and CCTV cameras. Please allow me to thank you all for this important award and to say a word or two about what it means to the many millions of members, leaders, and supporters of the chairman, Leo Chadema, and of Tanzania generally. We have been under constant attack and tremendous pressure from the Samia Suluhu Hassan dictatorship. For the past 2 years, our leaders, organizers, and activists have been kidnapped and murdered or disappeared by the security forces of the dictatorship. Hundreds, perhaps many more, have been illegally detained and horribly tortured in police stations and in secret torture chambers operated by the intelligence and paramilitary security apparatus around the country. In the past 6 months that have been held at this maximum security prison, charged with treason for calling for reforms of our rotten electoral system, Chadema has been slapped with a worldwide ban on political activity by a Samia-appointed High Court judge. We have been hit with a ban on participation in this general election and any future election for the next 5 years by a Samia-appointed and controlled electoral commission, and we have had our state subvention suspended indefinitely by a Samia-appointed registrar of political parties. Only few days ago, our vice chairman, Honorable John Wegesa Heche, was arrested at the gate of the High Court building in Dar es Salaam while coming to attend my treason trial. He has not been charged with any offense, but he has apparently been driven 500 kilometers from Dar es Salaam to Dodoma, Tanzania's new capital, where he is being held incommunicado since then. This attack on a peaceful democratic political movement is without precedent in our entire history. Not even during the darkest years of Magufuli terror did we see this kind of all-out assault on democracy. In short, under Samia, we are faced with an existential threat, not only as a lawful political party, but also as individuals. This is the context in which your decision to honor me with the Akufo-Addo Africa Democracy Award should be understood. It is the prism through which this generous and courageous act should be seen and measured. After years, decades even, of bitter struggle and terrible sacrifices in service to democratic ideals and human rights, we feel vindicated by your simple act of solidarity. We believe that if we have been earned this recognition and support from the democratic forces of the world, it is because we have remained steadfast in our principles, uncompromising in our struggle for justice and human rights, and unwavering in our commitment to the democratic transformation of our beloved Tanzania and our continent. This is a simple truth to which the Akufo-Addo Africa Democracy Award is. The award is not just a reward for service already rendered. It is a reminder of the great work that remains unfinished. The dictatorship remains firmly entrenched, if not more, with few honorable exceptions. The organized civil society appears largely co-opted or silenced, and the press intimidated or both. Of the political parties, only Chadema remains standing. All others either have jumped into the bandwagon of dictatorship or never existed beyond the political party registers. Our work is therefore cut for us and is daunting. We will meet that challenge head on. If the terrible trials of the past did not break and destroy us, they will not frighten us now. If we survived 6 years of Magufuli terror, we will survive Samia's dictatorship as well. No amount of darkness ever defeated the power of sunlight, and no prison walls will ever be strong enough to prevent the mighty streams of freedom from breaking through. And out of this pain and apparent despair, a democratic, more peaceful and prosperous Tanzania will be born. I thank you all for the love and support and your continued solidarity. Tundu Antipas Lisu, Ukonga Central Prison, Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, written on 26 October 2025. Thank you very much.
You see, let me give you a personal example. My own mother, she passed on 2022, her birthday, July 9th. I warned her. This is my own mother who gave birth to me. Na mimi nilikuwa kibeti ya mama yangu. Everywhere she would go, she would carry me. But you know how mothers are, mostly these Luo mothers. They just think you're a boy, no matter how big you are. So I tell her, Mom, you want to travel somewhere, don't go. I've been shown your journey ending badly. And she got angry. Think so because you're the one who gives me drivers and everything, you don't want to give me money this time? No, I have to go. This is my friend. I have to go for the burial. She insisted. I argued with my wife a lot. Until last minute, she was telling me, Mom will think you don't want her to go because you're controlling her because of money. I said, fine. Take the money, send her. But I told her, that money is what is killing my mom. She could not get it. She went where she went, came back immediately. 1 week later, July 9th, she passed on. That day before she passed on, Friday, she passed on Saturday, her pastor came in and she was not talking to anyone. When she turned, she said, I am not sick. Then called me with my pet name, saying, Popo knows what the problem is. He wants me. The next day she was gone. Now someone can argue, you're a prophet. How come you could not stop it? She did not listen to the prophetic instruction. So the anointing does not know that this is your mother or your father or your spouse. The thing will just come to pass. You understand? Are you really answered? Thank you.
What is the challenge now? You as a Christian leader who's doing all this, what has been those challenges? The challenge now, you as a Christian leader who's doing all this, what has been those challenges? Because now you told us about your mom.
Yeah.
What are those challenges now? You feel that this person needs to get this information, but they don't get it when you give it to them. What are the challenges that you face you as an individual? How do you feel when these things happen and you're there saying them you want, but they didn't listen to
you? It's painful, mostly if it's someone who's close to you. It's like General Ogola. You see, for his case, it's not like my mom. My mom was just being this African woman. General Ogola was a very humble man, but he had a very busy schedule. So I remember April last year, April 16th, it was on a Tuesday, when I went to talk to him about what was happening, what they were planning, because nobody will tell me, it's okay, it's a bad. It's a bad. They usually do that, either this window or the bedroom window.